Hello Year 3, it's really nice to be able to do a video for you, and today we're going to be doing an art lesson. So I hope you're looking forward to what we might be doing. Really missing you, definitely, seeing all your lovely smiley faces in the morning, but I'm glad we've got the Discord to chat because it's really nice to see all of your work and see what you've been getting up to, and to know that you're happy and you're enjoying your home learning, which is really great. So today's art, our skill that we're sort of going to be doing, especially if you're at school with the key workers, is to use different size brushes to create different effects. At the end of this, we could talk about other things that you could use at home. There's many things that you can do. So today we're going to be looking at creating chaos. Now the link to our topic is the Greeks. So the word chaos comes from the Greek word zeos, meaning emptiness or vast void. So emptiness and vast mean the same thing, just means that there's nothing really there. So in Greek mythology, it is the space or gap above the sky before the creation of the heavens, earth, oceans and the underworld. So what I would like you to do is think about how you could represent this as a piece of artwork. Have a little discussion at home, so you might want to pause the video, talk to somebody at school, talk around in the classroom. I know we've been having some good discussions and talking about things, so if you just pause the video and have a little think about it. Okay, I hope you have come up with some really lovely ideas and thought about what I am thinking of when I talk about chaos and looking at the creation of the heavens, earth, the oceans and the underworld. So hopefully you have thought about this book that we've been doing in English. As if we think back to the first page in this book. First there was chaos. From chaos sprang earth and heaven. From them came the race of Titans, 2 of them, Cronus and Rhea, seized power and ruled over all. Their son Zeus overthrew them. Then he and his brothers divided up the world. To Zeus went the heavens, to Hades the realms of the dead, while the seas and oceans went to mighty Poseidon, who promised to guard the waters with care. So, looking at this then, this is our chaos. This is everything here from that we are going to be looking at and looking at feeling that emptiness, feeling that void. Okay, so lovely colours used in this. I love all the sparkles and the swirls. You can think about all the different paint strokes you've got. There's so much texture in this. You can see like there's a textured bit swirl there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Hoping we get some good artwork out of it. So we're just going to look at a couple of artists' interpretations of chaos. So this is Jackson Pollock. He, as you can see from down in that bottom picture, he loves to make a mess, and he will just flick paint and see where it lands. And from the top picture you can see it's got some very nice colours in there. Not many pinks or greens though. A bit sad about the greens, but it still looks very lovely. Here we have Caravan Camp. You can see that a lot of his paint is quite thick, so he uses like a spatula to scrape on the paint and move it about. So he uses quite thick acrylic paint from that. We have some of that at school, and it is quite thick to use, and it's horrible when you're washing up as well. So this is some artwork that we did last year on chaos. I love all of these. You will definitely see my inspiration for one of them, for my one that I've started, because I thought I wouldn't just show you something very random that I've been sit there and make you watch me paint. So I have started my own piece, and we'll talk about that in a second. So just have a little look at all of these. You can see that they've used different techniques We've got a little bit of paint splattering going on there. We've got the dragging of the paintbrush, or dabbing as well. Not the other type of dabbing. Just really nice sort of ideas and interpretations, because it's all about you and what you think chaos is. So today you'll be painting a picture with the title of First There Was Chaos. You'll have to use your imagination. I've put up the little bit from the book there with all those lovely little swirls and auras and little stars and the sun. So what I want you to think about is patterns, the colours, the movement of the paint or the materials that you're using, the negative space that you use, the shapes, the feeling of it. So what sort of colours are you using? Using bright colours, or are you using different types of colours? So very warm colours, cold colours, and sort of your brush skills. But obviously I know at home you might not have paints or any type of paintbrushes. So I was speaking to Mrs. Ludlow, and she was thinking that you might not have a black piece of paper, so you could use the back of a cereal box or something, because you want it to be quite nice and thick. You don't want it to be just a plain piece of paper. So if you can get your hands on a old cereal box, that would be brilliant, because sometimes they're quite dark on the inside, and anything that you can get your hands on, even if it's just felt tip pens. I did think of nail varnish, but Mrs. Ludlow said with an adult, because you don't really want it getting anywhere, because nail varnish is quite good because it's got its own paintbrush and you can blob it. I was thinking of different fruits that have colours, so blueberries and pomegranates definitely stain. Anything, raspberries, strawberries also, you can use some sort of fruits if they haven't been eaten already. But you could just sort of like think about things that you can use. If you can't, on the computers you have a paint software, or if you have anything like that you can use. It doesn't just have to be on a piece of paper. So this is where I have started. I really like the imagery of that fuzzy yellow one. I was just about to point to the screen then, but you're not going to be able to see it. But I really like that idea of having all of the colours sort of swirled in and having all that chaos around it. So I have just started, but just going to add a bit more. Might choose a different paintbrush. So you could use the bottom of the paintbrush to add and drag, so it makes nice sort of, if you can see that, I need to add a bit more to it. So you're dragging it around, adding in texture as it moves across the page. It's kind of leaving dots everywhere. Okay, thinking about that movement, you might want to do some flick painting. So this is where you wouldn't definitely need to make sure your area is nice and tidy, and you've got covering, so you're not going to ruin anybody's worktops or anything. I've just chosen a really dark colour on a really dark page, so you're never going to see that. Let's try a pink. Let's hope this paintbrush lets me do it. So a nice vibrant pink. So you could do flick painting. Hopefully this isn't going all over the carpet. So this is adding lots of nice sort of splattering techniques, which I can take a picture of and add to the video, or pop it up on the pin boards for you. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's got the little splatters around the outside. There's lots of things that you can do, and I would like you to just have a little think and see what you can come up with, because it would be really lovely for you to do a bit of art at home. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. It's lovely to be able to create this video again, as I said at the beginning. Really think about things that you might be able to use. If not, don't worry, but at least you've been able to have a look at some different sort of interpretations of artists. I hope you've enjoyed this. It was lovely to do this, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.